So this is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and Dope Living TV.
Yo, this is Tony Terry, and you're watching Dope Living TV.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Jason Weaver, and whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
What's up? We watching Dope Living TV. What you watching?
Yo, welcome to Dope Living TV. Dope Living TV. Dope Living TV. We got it all. Come and see. Yeah. You see. Dope Living TV. Dope Living TV. Yeah. Check us out. Come and see.
What's up, it's your boy Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live. Let's start off by saying views.
What's going on? This is your boy Steve, Dope Living TV Live. I'm sorry, I couldn't jump in. The views that I express on this Dope Living TV Live show are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. If you don't like it, your own damn show.
I love it. I love it. Man, I was beat last week. Steve took over, did his thing, held it down. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, bro.
Appreciate you. Right. These starts, what's going on? Don't forget, the 22nd of August. Gonna be there. We'll be there. The 500th episode show celebration for the D-Stark show. We're gonna be there. But tonight, it's the Relationship Roundtable. World famous now. Everybody loves it. Everybody tries to come and ask their questions, and we get the answers from our great friends over at Melain Marriage magazine. They're doing their things, trying to enlighten the culture on the aspects of a good relationship versus the bad. Yeah.
That's what we do at Melain Marriage.
Steve, I told you I was going to grow the beard back.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm going to do the goatee. Did nobody prime me and I asked, should I grow the beard back?
Just the goatee.
I'm going to do the goatee.
Let's get it in, though, man. We got some really good questions today, okay? What's up, Brother Banks?
Hey, what's happening? Brother
How
Steve,
you doing,
brother Greg Gray, leading the way.
You know it, man. Hey, man, I hope y'all can tell I've been lifting too, man. Brother getting the swole on again, so it's happening. What's going on, sis?
Man, what's up, Doc?
Yeah, we'd love to read lips.
Yeah.
We have no volume here today.
Your mic off, but your sound ain't.
In the meantime, Bobby, what up, Bobby?
Hello, Bobby.
Sister Pat couldn't be here today. She's doing some things with her husband.
All right, need that time.
You know what? I shouldn't say it like that because it's not just things with her husband. She's enjoying her husband. That's even worse. Her and her husband spending time together.
They married.
Yeah,
ain't nothing wrong with anything that they doing.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, what's wrong? You do this every week.
Listen, I told you 12-hour shifts for 3 months now. Give me some grace. Come on now, please. Just today. Monday.
We don't give grace on here, but that's
Monday
a nice
to Wednesday. Just show me some grace in my long days, 12-hour days.
Ain't no grace on here, but that's a nice hat.
We got it, though, man.
Mm-hmm.
My friend, my best friend, one of my good friends, Stephanie Gottschalk, what's going on? She says, hey, from Real Life Topics podcast. Shout out to Reverend Pat. Miss you. Yeah, we do. We haven't seen Reverend Pat in about 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah. She was in New York enjoying her birthday.
Well, her birthday must last 4 or 5 weeks. I don't know, but
hey, listen, I was enjoying the tour of New York.
It's cool. It is good. Do your life. When life happens, let it happen. All right, for real. Shout out Stephanie again, man. Let's get with these questions though, because I really want to see what you guys are going to say for this. Okay, look, are large gap relationships okay, and what's an appropriate age gap? Honestly, in your opinion, are large gap age gap relationships okay?
I'm not a big proponent of large age gaps. I think for me, I'm gonna speak for myself on this particular one. I think age gaps for me need to have the same decade for me. That way I can have a historic conversation. You know, I could talk about some TV shows in my past that may just happen to come up, you know, and I want to be able to have a conversation with somebody, you know, that I can relate to about fashion, or, you know, as you get older, you need to be able to go back into those days, into those moments where you can just reminisce a little bit about how you grew up. You know, I can't have nobody that don't know what it's like to drink water out the water hose.
But you can show them.
Well, you know, the water different now.
Water different now. All right. But so you're saying about 10 years, that's the limit?
I would say 10 years, you know, within that gap, you know, that decade, you know, I think, you know, if you stay within your decade, I think it's a good, safe place to be.
Okay. Sister S. Marie, what you got? She froze over there.
Yeah, she done froze.
See, what you say, man?
I mean, you know, I don't got a problem with it.
So it could be 13?
I didn't been way greater than that. You know that. Come on.
Okay.
Don't play the game. But hear me out. I relate to all that, though. I relate more to people way older than me than I relate to people my age.
Oh, well, damn.
Plain and simple. You know, I even grew up with people that you ran around with, you know, my auntie and them. So that's who I was around.
I know, but now
it's still me. I don't mind that distance don't mean nothing. People don't believe I'm the age I am now.
But I'm saying, I mean, because you don't look the age that you are, but I'm saying you ain't gonna talk to no 80-year-old, are you?
30 years older than me, depending on how 80 she is, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem with no age, man. I'm telling you, I don't.
Okay. I mean, I ain't mad at you, Sister S. Marie.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a Lee up in there. Age ain't number to number. It's really who you can get along with.
And I don't mess with nobody in her age group, which means anybody else younger than that is definitely off limits. I'm not bringing somebody home the same age as my daughter. It's not happening. Okay, I would want my daughter to have a stepmother to have some structure, some guidance, you know, some wisdom that she can share with her, not go hang out with her.
Well, I want to ask you a question. How you keep speaking on it is that one won't be older than you, Brother Banks. From both.
Well, I mean, you know.
So what could you see yourself dating a woman 10 years older than you? Because everything you spoke on, you more referred it to you being the oldest person in the situation.
Yeah, so I can do, because it's still within my decade.
Okay, now, so what about
understanding
15?
that I was born in 71.
You can't date a woman that was born 15 years before you?
No. I've seen some very attractive women like an Angela Bassett, you know what I'm saying, who was my Hollywood crush for a long time. But I can't, I just think there's something in me that has a barometer of how we interact with the kids and stuff like that. So I can't be, you know, I loved, you know, Shaka Khan. I love Patti LaBelle, Stephanie Mills.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? I love those folks when I was growing up, but
I'm just saying you couldn't meet, say you 30 years old, and you meet a woman 45 that work with you.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. Couldn't
okay,
see.
So Stephanie said, Steve, real quick. Basically, Stephen don't mind being Eddie Murphy with Eartha Kitt.
That's why I started laughing. It was not you. When I saw that, I was like, oh my God.
Marcus. I'm not been into panties.
I used to get clowned because most of the women that I dated were at least 10 years younger than me. They used to clown me. They used to say, Greg, robbing the cradle. All right. When I was 30, I dated somebody about, 23, 24. When I was 40.
That's
Yeah, I mean, I do. I mean, it's just how I was raised. You know what I'm saying? To put a
I'm with you, Brother
boundary.
Banks.
Yeah.
When you're right, you're right.
Yeah, I have boundaries when it comes to age and how you approach.
I've like the older women today because I'm trying my hardest not to.
I'm not gonna try.
Did you just accidentally already use your first one?
Almost, because I was going to say you don't F your friend. Anyway, let's
you
move
can say
on.
that. That's true.
I'm just saying, but that's cool. Let's move on, man. Let's move on. What would, in your estimation, guys, what would ruin a relationship faster? The lack of appreciation or the lack of accountability?
Ooh.
That's both.
Brother Banks, did I come strong?
Yeah, because both of those are crucial in a relationship.
Exactly.
While I don't need as much validation as I do need accountability, I just need you to be straight up accountable for your actions, because if you don't, then it's going to shift how I think about you and view you, and it's going to let me know that you're never going to be wrong. And if I can't be in a relationship where you're never wrong, because I've been wrong and I'm going to be wrong in the future, but I at least got to know that, hey, you know what? I was wrong. I said this, I did this.
Appreciate the other person, the situation, or whatever.
And
Tell me if I'm wrong.
No, you're 100% right, because I was just going to say that. Within true accountability with someone comes appreciation. Because you're just accountable for that. Because if you're being accountable as a person, you know you appreciate what this person does.
Absolutely.
That right there is being accountable. So plain and simple. That's why it does run hand in hand, because that accountable person is going to be that appreciative person.
Yeah, so I think we all in agreement on this one, okay? Accountability can ruin the relationship faster. Lack of accountability, I should say, than appreciation, all right?
Because with lack of accountability is lack of appreciation. That's defined together.
But I'm Lewis. That's my guy, man. What's going on,
What's up, Lewis?
Yeah. Wait a minute. Somebody said, he said that's right. So let's move on. We agreement on this one, okay? So the whole table agreed. I'm with that.
We don't have to all disagree. We don't have to all agree. It's a panel.
Stephen, tell yourself that. No, I'm joking with you.
Hey, I don't expect nobody to agree with me. Don't nobody up here have seizures and got shake, rattle, and roll. So hey, I say what I say.
Don't say it like that though. No, I'm messing with you. Anyway, look, this question, I don't know if I said it right when I wrote it down, but I'm gonna try and see if you guys can understand this one. If you can't, we're gonna skip it. When can you tell in a relationship when you're compromising or just giving in? Does that make sense?
What's the difference?
When you compromise, it's like, okay, well, fine. I'm gonna let you win this time. How about
you compromise, that means you gave in. Now I'm through with that. You can ask them.
So
I'm just gonna throw it out there.
So a compromise is a give and take. It's a tug of war. You know, the flag could land on, slightly on either side. That's a compromise. But to give in is just to let the cord go.
To just let it go.
Yeah. And just say forget it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when you got to a point of frustration where you don't want to compromise no more. You don't want to.
He didn't say compromise though. Didn't you say just give in? What was the question?
The question was basically, can you?
No. How you wrote it?
Can you tell when you're compromising or you're just giving in?
Okay.
And he's explaining it the way that I thought it should be explained. Okay, if you're giving in, you're submitting. You're just tired of it. You don't want to hear it no more.
You giving in.
Yeah. Go ahead, Brother Banks. I'm sorry.
No, that was exactly it. I mean, the compromise. A lot of times when you fall short or get tired of compromising or battling, you just give in. Sometimes people think giving in is a compromise, but I stand here today as a bared witness to this. you're lying to yourself when you do that. When you give in to an argument for the sake of peace, you're lying to yourself about how you really feel.
No,
So
listen to what you said. You said if you give into an argument for the sake of peace, doesn't that sound like compromising?
No,
it sounds
you're
like
lying to yourself.
No, I'm just saying it sounds like a compromise because
compromise is a negotiation
for the sake of
two
peace.
people. But compromise is a negotiation between two people.
So I'm gonna jump in, if I may. There's a difference. Compromising is when people are making adjustments. You're not giving in, and making adjustments are healthy. But when you're giving in, that's unhealthy. That means that you're tired and you're giving up what you want for the sake of someone else. So there's a big difference.
So what he said is unhealthy, you're saying. You just said, so giving in is unhealthy.
Giving in is unhealthy because you're not compromising.
He said give in for peace.
I said some people give in for the sake of peace because they don't want to argue, but they're lying to themselves about how they really feel.
No, it ain't. No, they, like you said, they not doing it saying they right or wrong. They just did it for peace. So
okay, but again, Steve, if they're just doing it for peace, again, to Brother Banks' point, you are lying to yourself. You are definitely lying to yourself because of the fact that you may still have some thoughts on this situation. I want to talk about it, but since you got your little stuff going on, forget it, man. Forget it.
I don't think. I mean,
so you can hold on. So you can shut the hell up. I'm gonna give.
Absolutely.
You win.
And see, I agree. I don't think it's gonna give peace, but what it gives is an end to a situation that they feel. I didn't say it's gonna be peaceful, but it's like a competition.
It's gonna come back up. It's gonna come back up.
Yeah,
things come back up. Things come back up when all things come back up. It depends on the individual and the situation.
Not if you compromise. Okay, I say, well, hey, there's some valid points to what you're saying, valid points to what I'm saying. So let's just agree to disagree, all right, and let it go. If you're compromising, it ain't gonna come back up. Okay, but if you just give in, you're gonna wait for that opportune moment, and you're gonna be like, ha, remember when, and it's gonna come back up.
Even when we compromise, only thing we can say is we may not be the one to bring it up because that other person may do. To me, that's just like hearing that person that tell you, I forgive, but I don't forget.
Okay.
Yeah, because they have unresolved issues. They have unresolved emotions and feelings.
Right. So the same way that compromise, you only can speak on your part because the other person still in their head may have an uncompromised solution to it that may come back up.
But if a compromise, again, is like a contract, okay? A compromise, you said your piece, they said their piece, you've come to a happy medium, okay? That's like a contract. So the other person is not going to have it in his head because you both came to an agreement.
It sounds
you both came to an agreement.
We all know contracts always don't work out the same way they.
Of course they don't. Okay. Of course they don't. Okay. I said like a contract. I said it was. I said like.
Yeah. I mean, right? Not a CEO not gonna feel good giving away $100 million, but guess what? He making $1 billion.
But they do all the time when things go wrong.
They still ain't gonna want to get out of the way.
Yeah.
Thank you, D.
But the point is that you do. Sometimes you have to step outside of your comfort zone.
D, see y'all. D, forget. All right, D, I got you.
You have a good point though, Steve, for real. But at the same time, it's still two different things. The bottom line is communication is going to be your best bet. Because someone made a comment earlier that, now you're going to bed pissed off, Lewis. And that's what happens when you give into something that you're really not happy about, which is unhealthy. You're going to go to bed or leave that situation with it unresolved, feeling like you weren't heard, being unhappy, etc. That's unhappy. But when you have a compromise, when you're like, okay, say if we all decided we wanted to go on vacation. Greg said, I want to hit the snow. You said, I want to go to the beach. And then me and Banks are like, yeah, well, we'll whatever. But both of you are strong about whatever it is you want. And if Greg says, okay, you know what, let's just go ahead and go to the beach for the sake of, let's just have a good time and do something different. That's compromising. He's not mad about it. But when you say no, if he said no, or we agreed with Greg, then you're going to be like, oh, I'm mad. I really wanted to go to the beach. That's not compromising. You're going to give in knowing that you don't want to do it, but you're going to do it. But in the back of your mind, there's unresolved, because guess what? You wanted to go where you wanted to go, and everybody else decided that we wanted to go where Greg is going. There's a difference. If we choose to say, hey, we'll go here this time, but next time, let's try this out. That's a compromise. What you're talking about is totally different.
Yeah.
Come on, Nick.
I mean, it may not be a next time, and I'm not saying me or y'all, but that one person could be an idiot. That one person could be an idiot and agree to that, but then when it's already time to go, that person say, I ain't going. I mean, I'm just saying we point out situations because how is, just like we always say, how it's delivered ain't how it's received. We only can speak for our thoughts and our brains and our heads.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
And we've given a whole round table.
And that's what we're supposed to do. That's what we're here for. Yeah,
it is. Okay. But, Nick, we did it a little bit.
Go with It's all right. I'll be there. I'm going to get Nick his props next time I'm on the show. All right.
Nick and that.
They're celebrating the 500 show.
S. Marie has the most wonderful hats ever. Nick be throwing some shit on, okay? I
don't know what Nick, Nick had them, excuse me, I'm not a racist, but Nick had some Mexican 3D glasses on. And I was asking him, what was he doing?
I think he'd be jacking people, man, for their headgear and their clothes. Nick,
why would you? I think that's
I'm going to have a whole repertoire of jokes for Nick when we celebrate their 500th episode. I'm definitely going to. I'm a comedian that night.
I can't wait till that night, because Nick, the stuff he be having on that show, the Crocodile Dundee outfit, I mean everything. I mean he.
Y'all got to check him out, man. But
see,
anyway, shout out to them.
If I was dating somebody younger, she wouldn't know what Crocodile Dundee is.
There you go.
That joke wouldn't have went off right.
But guess what? What I say, I don't date younger women.
True that.
We know older people.
Oh, your women in black and white movies.
Watching Lucille
Salad TV shows.
No, I just like good color TV.
Hey, like Lucy.
Yeah.
I got intelligent women, not smart TVs.
I get it.
All the Steve's women waiting on that Jiffy Pop popcorn to get ready. All right, they don't even do that no more. Okay, shh. Pop. They don't do that no more. Anyway, let's go to the next question. Well, it's not really a question; it's a situation. And the end of the situation, I'm gonna ask y'all what's up. Give me your opinion about this. So, you're married, but separated. You started dating again though. But you got into, and this relationship is cool. You love it. You've been in this relationship about 8-9 years now. You still married but separated, but you won't sign a divorce paper. What's up?
So there's a level of trifling that's associated with somebody that just won't get divorced, knowing they have a successful relationship sitting right there in front of them, and they're trying to hold on to the past. And now, if they have businesses and stuff, you work that out in court. Work that out with your lawyers. Sit down and go to an arbitrator. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't play around with somebody's feelings and emotions. Because here's the thing: at the end of your life or in your hospital stay, that wife is going to come in and take over everything that you all built within that 8 years, out of spite. Out of the sheer fact that they're not going to call her, they're going to call your wife to make decisions about you. So you got to do something to protect that now relationship and let that last one go.
I get it. Sister S, what you got?
I feel some type of way. You wasting my time. Time is something I can't get back. So we're not going to play about that. Definitely get a lawyer and we're going to put it in the paper. You got 30 days to respond, sir. If not, I get my divorce and I'm cool runnings. I don't have to split nothing. I don't have to do nothing. People need to learn to read for understanding and get lawyers or people. Surround yourself with people who can truly help you get out of the situations you don't want to be in. That is called, you don't value me or my time, and I can't let you have one more moment of it. I'm gonna live my best life.
All right, Steve. Got your arms folded up there. What you got, man?
I mean, I really ain't got nothing because honestly, I ain't even finna be in nothing that long without even no papers being signed. I mean, so plain and simple. If I'm getting divorced, we getting a divorce. All that. I ain't even looking for a relationship before I get a divorce.
So you're in that relationship,
right? I said you're still in one.
No, I mean, if the paper's gonna be signed,
there is a marriage, there is a contract, and
no, I'm saying for me to even date another person, that contract would have to been signed already.
Right, I'm agreeing with you, Steve. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying right because you're still in a relationship, so you don't want to involve yourself with something else until you resolve that situation. That's the best route.
I'm not even finna all that living by yourself for 2-3 years and still no.
You know, I understand. I understand what it's like to be in a long-term relationship, be separated for a long time, and then decide, you know what, I have me somebody that I know for a fact we're gonna have to tie this down. And so
to me that sounds like, was you, just in case you didn't find that, was you holding on to the other one?
Yeah.
No, again,
that's how it sounds. That's how it sounds. Just in case I don't find something, I'm gonna keep this shit right here on the back burner. I didn't see that. I didn't see
my reasoning. Now, you know, I always like to go in my own playbook now, because I speak from my life experiences. My reasoning was, if I didn't find somebody or I'm dating somebody, I could utilize that as a reason. And it can help me to filter out some people too.
But if you was already separated, why you need somebody else to help utilize a reason and you was separated? You had a reason when you felt like it was. See, this is one thing.
I knew I wasn't going back. I knew I wasn't going back, but it wasn't for the.
No. Hear what you said. I knew I wasn't going back. So at that point, when you know you ain't going back, you don't stay in a marriage until I find somebody. At the point when you don't know you're going back, you end it.
So let me ask you, instead of telling you what to do, explain why you chose to.
But I feel like because you're speaking on your behalf, what about that other person? You're not even giving them an opportunity to find someone. Because
that's not true. I mean, because you're saying it as if I don't communicate these things.
No, I'm saying it depends on the individual. I'm not speaking as a personal thing. We're speaking as a panel. Because
I just think.
But you said you hold on to it just in case. Just in case what?
Right. So I told you.
Just in case to motivate. Just in case means
it gives. So my rationalization, because again, I was in this situation. So my rationalization for this was very simple. This was the first time I had started dating out of 20-some years of my life. From 16 years old to an adult. And I haven't dated anyone outside of my marriage. So as an adult, I needed to get out there and see what the game was looking like out there and see what the players was looking like. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it was some crazy people out there. And I ran into some people that it was like, but one of the main reasons why I actually stayed separated that long was for medical purposes, because she had cancer.
Okay, it was a different thing. I understand that.
But you know, there's circumstances that happen, but I just think sometimes you can't allow those to linger on long enough. When you found somebody that you're going to be with, that's when you have to start having those tough conversations with that person. And let them know that their illness can be a road to reconciliation.
Well, I just feel like if I found somebody, they already knew. And that's my thing. And this is what I see today, and I still hate it. People fight harder for divorce than they do to stay married. And that's
okay.
the world.
So let me read what Lewis said. Lewis said that I'm going to tell you, when you get in a new relationship and you know you're still married, that's hard. I've been there. If you have not walked through that, you just don't know.
That's
and Steve,
I agree with you.
Steve, they were asking. Stephanie was asking, "Are you married or have you been married?"
No, I'm not married.
Reason I'm asking because it makes no difference in opinions if so. But here's my thing. And again, I could be wrong. I always am. If you're married and separated, number one, you're going out and you find someone else, you're disrespectful. You're the lowest kind of human being there is, all right? Because you haven't closed that chapter of that other person's life as well as yours. And you're adding a burden of trying to be someone's caretaker, and when I say caretaker, I don't mean because you're old. I'm talking about caring for someone's heart, caring. This person has put their all into you, and you have not even let go of the other situation. Then when you guys have little arguments and this and that, I bet you any money you throw up in her face or his face that, you know what, I don't need you. I can go back to my husband or my wife, you know? So I think
I promise you this, my brother.
That's just in case.
That ain't never happened in my situation.
Oh no, I'm not saying your situation.
No. I hear what you're saying, and I know, and that kind of goes back to my other point about utilization of an excuse or a reason to not move forward with some people. But even though my reasons for
just give them papers,
it could be 9 days or 9 years. Okay.
Again,
you're done.
It wasn't. It wasn't about.
You're done.
It wasn't about love or trying to stay in the marriage. It wasn't about that. But I was still an adult living my life, and I wasn't just going to sit in the house and rot. You know, when I go out and I meet people, see people, you know, we have interesting conversations. We link up and say, you know what, let's go hang out, this, that, and other. So, you know, no man is supposed to go through life alone. So you find somebody just to hang out, kick it with and stuff like that. Hit a couple of dates here and there, you know, just to fill up your time and space and stuff like that. And then if you eventually find someone that you truly lock in with, then, because I dated multiple people when I was, you know, when I first came out of that situation. And because I wanted to know what I was like, because I was damaged product. So I needed to know what I was like being inside of a different dynamic or different chemistry to know how, if the stuff that I had before is still in me, that I try to connect or disconnect myself from.
But you didn't disconnect yourself if you still connected to them.
See, there's a difference between physical disconnection and spiritual disconnection.
Well, all of that's still connected, that emotions and all of that. I mean, because okay.
I mean, physically, we was living in two different domiciles.
Okay.
You ever wonder how Stephanie said you have to heal before you start all of that? And Bobby says selfishness is common. It's okay. Things have a way of coming back around. Y'all ever wonder, though, and this is not even about this, how, and this is God, man, for real, how we are able to just roll off these answers, roll off some proper sentences, the vernacular that we use. But man, look, black people, listen to this panel here, okay? We are in no way near stupid. These people can roll out these aren't rehearsed answers. This isn't rehearsed sentences or anything like that. These people come through with the facts. They come through with, and I call them facts because that's what they are. Relationships are different all over the world, but if you listen, you'll find out that this hits each and every aspect of relationship when we talk about this stuff. Okay, so hey man, I'm so proud of you guys because we got our vernacular is on point. Trust me.
I'm gonna say we are proud of you, Greg Gray.
What I do?
And we all
this
thankful
time?
for you, man.
What I do this time?
Man, you brought us here. You brought us all together, man.
Yeah, that's
Next
fact.
question. Next question.
And you went out there, got the Silver Fox, and joined the Silver Fox Club.
Who? I told you I was gonna go to beard back. I had the silver first. I cut it all off though. I grew the beard back.
Hey, that's how I feel. I had it. I cut it off.
I told Steve I was gonna grow it. Now I'm gonna cut it off though.
Yeah, and you told me grow my goatee back. I'm gonna grow that. It's all great.
Goatee. Yeah, but yes, and last time, Brother Banks, I did this. Well, the first time, you know them little silver fox dudes that used to walk around, and all they did was, yeah, and just pause. Okay, they ain't said a word. They just walk and pause, walk and pause, walk and pause. Okay, I was invited to be in that group because they liked the way that I shaped it up and all of that stuff. And they said, yeah, grow it a little bit thicker. And that's when I grew it a little bit thicker. But I said, I gotta say something. I ain't gonna walk and pause. Well, what good is that? Everybody walk through the door and then they look at the camera and keep walking, and then they got their little bag and a little suit on and little hats and this and that.
I was gonna say you got to get S. Marie hat.
And they pause.
In my hat, so you got to keep it on. That's
these Negroes pause. They just pause. I mean, what, dudes?
It's called modeling, Greg.
Modeling,
huh?
Yeah,
it's
they
modeling.
Okay, I'm a vocal model. Okay,
stay in the gym.
Forget all that.
It's internet modeling.
Charles, what's going on, my brother? Great conversation going on here. Yes, sir. You can join this conversation every Monday at 7 o'clock p.m. We can do this, all right? Next question. You are an independent person. I was waiting on this one, all right? Because S. Marie, you're an independent woman. You're going to love this question. You're an independent person.
Mm-hmm.
You get into a relationship with somebody just like you who's the same. They're independent.
Mm-hmm.
How do you unlearn the behavior to allow somebody to be a part of your life? How do you all coincide? And do you have to unlearn that behavior? All of that.
Well, I like that. Oh my goodness. So I will say this. Let me answer this two ways. For me, I'm different. As I told y'all before, I grew up with both of my parents. I still have both of my parents, but my dad and my brother have always been my best friend. So one thing that I've learned at an early age is how to be a woman, but also how to allow a man to be a man and treat me as a woman. So I know how to give a man his space, and I understand my place in my relationship. So independent as I may be, I'm still a woman. And I think that's where a lot of relationships fail, is because sometimes women, we can be very headstrong and we want to dominate. That's not our place to dominate a man. I can be as aggressive as as I want to be. But when it comes to my man, I have a soft side. I understand his place is to protect, to lead. It's in the Bible. A man's place is to lead. He is the head of our household. So it doesn't matter how much money I make, how independent I think that I am, I still have to allow him to lead. So for me, it's very different. I think for other people, it is challenging, but the best thing about it is just to communicate and to have respect. When a man knows that he's being respected and that it is a learning curve, that helps him, because you're not emasculating that man. And because that's what it turns into when women are just so aggressive and so headstrong, it makes them feel like they're being emasculated. And that's something that a woman should never do. But I'm never going to tell a woman, lessen yourself to allow a man into your life. You still be the woman that you need to be, but you respect the man that you have in front of you. And to me, that makes the big difference. So I hope I answered that. I love that.
You did. I think you have to maintain your identity. You cannot stop being independent. You don't have to stop being independent, but you do need to compromise. Have that the communication. All right, like you said, Sister S. Marie, you got to communicate that you guys vibe right off the bat. Okay.
Yeah.
But as you got into this situation, it's like, I'm independent. He's independent. Where are we going to meet? Where's the happy medium at? Bro, Banks, tell me where the happy medium comes in.
Well, I think for me, it's very simple. And I'm just going to speak directly to the men on this one.
Respect is the key. That's right, Aaron. Go ahead.
If you if you a man that have a woman enter into your life who is independent, you're going to need her to function that way if something happens to you.
Come on, that's what I was hoping you would say.
If you don't cultivate her independence while you're well enough to do so, she's going to be lost when you really need her.
Absolutely.
And so I really, I'm talking to the men, but I really think in these relationships, sometimes you just got to step back and let them. Because here's the thing, my wife was a mentor, a leader, a coach way before I got into her life.
Mm-hmm.
But she tried to kind of lay back a little bit because she's seen how strong and independent I was individually. I said, no, we're not about to do that. You about to get out there. I'm like Ike.
Don't be like Ike. Do somebody else.
Joe Jackson.
Get out there and win.
Don't be like him either. Not Blair Underwood.
Nah, none of them. But no, what I'm really saying is, I really encourage her to get out there and do more speaking engagements, to all the things that was poured into her. She needs to be able to give those things back. God didn't pour into us just so we can hold it all to ourselves. So
right.
We need to have two individuals. But here's the flip side of that. You have to know when to turn off that independence and become one. You have to know when to merge those two together. And the other thing is, sometimes God will force you through adversity to make that change. Prime example, I got terminated from, I got ripped from the government for 8.5 months. And so if I was to have sheltered my wife and not allow her to cultivate, to be who she are, to be the leader that she has been well before she came into my life, man, we would have been lost.
Ass out.
I love that.
Okay. And I hear what everybody's saying. But
what the hell?
Yes, but
let him speak, Greg. Let's see what he got.
Brother Banks spoke on cultivating. That's nurturing. I understand that. Your question was two independents coming together.
Correct.
So this is the only thing I'm saying. I ain't even saying I'm finna disagree. Shit. That go mine. One thing I was finna say, going on to what S. Marie said and Brother Banks, behind every good man is a great woman. But what we must understand is when God has brought it together, it works because he brought it together. And it's not something that man is trying to create, but something that was brought together by the creator of man. And as you say, Brother Banks, as the individual thing, ain't no two individuals married. Because when God say you come together, you bring together as one. You come together, that man and wife. And one thing, let what God brought together, let no man break apart. But two, the only that woman can't have that career. The whole thing is at home, you at home. Understand, you right, baby, you a boss at work. But sometimes people forget they not at work. And that's what it is, and just like I said, behind every good man is a great woman. Some women don't hear that because they hear behind instead of hearing great.
That's called maturity. I mean, I'm biased in it. That's called. I'm sorry, Greg. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I interrupted.
But everybody is not mature. We're speaking on the panel.
That's my point. That is called maturity.
Right.
You have to be mature enough to be in a relationship and to understand your place and his place. You have to understand how to communicate, how to respect people, and how to appreciate them, but also appreciate people for the space that they're in. The point of being in a marriage is not to be perfect going in. You grow. You grow together. You grow separately, but you also grow together. So there comes maturity. So a person doesn't see the behind. If that's all I'm seeing, that means I'm too immature. One, to listen for understanding, and I'm listening with my ears to hear and letting it go out. But when I'm mature, I'm going to listen for understanding, and I'm going to take heed to what is being placed in front of me, and I'm going to act accordingly. So there is a difference in what you're saying. That's a mature person and a person who needs to grow a little bit more, or be in a relationship where they can learn to play their part. Everybody has a part in a relationship.
Yeah. And see, the thing is, we have to learn from God. It's not what man teaches us. Because like I say, we all try to go into relationships this time according to attraction.
Absolutely. But you learn from God, and guess what? You have to, Steve, you still have to be in position. This for any male or female. You still have to be in position to learn what God is trying to teach you. That's why you have lessons. There are situations, good, bad, indifferent, and you learn from those. So God can talk to, he's probably talked to me 1,000 times about something. But guess what? Every time I wasn't ready to listen to it. So I wasn't learning from God at that point. I had to take heed to what he said and learn from the situations or the behaviors that were, at that point in time. So
I'm not disagreeing, because like you said, you had to learn because you took the choice that wasn't that choice.
Absolutely.
Because we didn't do what we heard of him. But
I'll say it like this. I spent 20 years in the military. And out of that 20 years, I spent a good 3 away from my family. Right. And so there's times where I didn't have a choice but to leave. But I didn't want to come home to destruction. And I didn't want to have distraction when I am out there trying to fight for my country. And then I got bills piled up. I got all these issues happening and going on. And I got someone that just can't function without my presence. And so it's necessary for you to, again, to make sure that you do cultivate those individual independence and things of that nature and push them into that. Now, the other side of that is when I came back, I had to try to not force myself back into that situation. I had to figure out how they was running a household while I was gone so that I could ease my way back into my role and my position. And so that's one of the things I think, you could say God teaches us that.
But that's not what you just said. Ain't the question, though. No disrespect. It's not the question. I hear everything you said, and everything you said is the right answer for the question you gave me. But that's not the question that Greg asked.
Don't put me in.
Yeah, I know. For yeah.
Your answers are right for the questions that you add them to. But that was not the question that he asked.
He asked about 2 individuals
that were already independent. You were talking about
independent.
Right. When you are already in the culture rating, and then when you brought it to your own opinion, when you were in the service, it's very different then. So, but what he said, that just wasn't the question.
Charles said it's best to be in a relationship with someone who has the same beliefs as yourself, similar upbringing. I agree with that too. Yeah. Hey man, and I agree with a portion of what Brother Banks said. We gotta, if we get into a position where we're, I'll say, failing in the relationship, like in the business or something like that, I'm gonna want that strong, independent woman to step up and say, yeah, okay, I got this, okay? Because he has a different ideology about what I have that can work better to make sure that our situation's cool, all right? So I agree with you on that one, Brother Banks. Let her lead, okay? Sometimes we have to take that ego down and understand that one person may be better at something than I am, okay? Or have a better idea about something than I do. My word is not the last word, okay? So I'm going to always, I've always surrounded myself with independent, self-thinking women, period. And I love that. I'm not saying you didn't say anything different, Steve. I'm just saying.
No, I agree with you because I do too. I agree with Brother Banks, but we was doing the panel. and it was a difference.
What's up, life coach, leadership coach Rachel Gary? Look, man, that's all we.
Be the life coach now, because she done been the life coach every time you say her name.
I know, right? We that's all we got for today, though. I got a couple more questions, but that's okay. We gonna curtail those until next week. Rachel says we think that being lead is a character flaw when it's actually a strength. Yeah, it is. It actually is. So again, we do this relationship roundtable every week with our friends, our family, Melain and Marriage, and they put it down not only here but in the book. Talk about it.
Magazine.
A book, magazine, flip pages. Come on, talk about it.
Get it right. It's a magazine, Greg. Don't do us now. Wait a minute. No, I'm just kidding. No, no, I'm gonna let Banks do it. Banks does an amazing job. Come on, Banks.
Well, I'm gonna put it to you like this. You know, this issue right here is on fire. So listen, get your August issue. Because if you having some relationship issues, long-term relationships that went stale, went sour, stagnant, this one is the one that will regenerate your relationship, help you to communicate better, and give you some ideas on how to be romantic in your relationship. And fellas, it actually puts you back in the kitchen where you can be in control with what not only goes into her mouth, but what you do down in the South. So I'm gonna leave it right there.
Yeah, leave it right
Romance, love, and relationship.
Well, shout out to Queen.
That's what it is.
On the cover of August.
That's what it is. Okay, Steve, what you say, bro?
Hey, I agree with it. It's a great issue. It's a great issue. You know me, I'm a little different from Brother Banks, because I was gonna say you control what go in the mouth before you control what go in the mouth. So that's what I was gonna say. Hey, I'm from GI. All else, hey, I know how to make them be quiet, huh? But no, check it out, Melain Marriage. It's a great issue. So it is. Check me out at Epilepsy Enlightenment, Seizure Support Group. We got some other things that's happening. Catch me on my worship walk and my Epilepsy Chronicles 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So God is love, love is God.
And man, you can check me out. I got episode 2 of Great Matters coming out. I'm gonna play it this week, man. I ain't even talk about it, but episode 2, Great Matters. Y'all need to hear this one because I'm stupid, but y'all need to hear this one. All right, for real. Shout out to everybody who's trying to do something, man. You guys gotta stay focused. Stay focused. It's gonna happen. The worst thing you can do when you have an idea, a portion of your journey that's moving forward, is to stop. It's the worst thing you can do. Keep walking, man. Keep that journey going. It's a long journey until the journey continues until you die. So keep it going, all right? We haven't been around this long because we stopped, all right? We are in the year of winning. Yes, we're not going to win every day, but we're in the year of winning. And you know, we are blessed to have these 2 individuals, as well as Sister Pat, on here with us, talking about these relationships from every aspect, spiritual, mental, financial, every aspect. We talk about these relationships, and we thank you guys for tuning in and being a part of it as well. We need your input because, again, relationships are everywhere and they're different. And we here at DopelivenTV, I don't care what nobody else does. We're not copying nobody. We ain't trying to be nobody else. We are being authentically ourselves, and we want to make sure that we help you guys. All right, so keep those inboxes coming in. Don't call my phone if you're a friend asking me about questions to put on. I'm kind of done answering my phone a little bit, but don't call my phone. Ask Steven. I don't answer, but I'm joking, y'all. Y'all can do whatever y'all want. We want to make sure that we heal people. We give people at least a different alternative as to what they're going through every day. You have to have an open mind to be listening to Dope Living TV. Anyway, Thank you guys, S. Marie, Anthony Banks, for always being there for us. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys next week. I might need you guys sometime this week because there's a discussion that I want to have. I want to talk about it right now, but if I need that, I'm gonna ask you guys to come back on. It's not relationships, but it is something within your realm.
Okay.
Cool like that, Ray. Steve, bro, you feeling good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Tomorrow is yet to come, but I'm great because God is good.
Great. As long as He let us get up and walk around and come on the air, we good.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you this because I live by faith, because
801.
Faith does not have a cousin named Doubt, and that's what I try to tell people.
You know, and I mess with Steve a lot, y'all. Okay, but I've been knowing Steve forever. I can mess with him like that. He ain't gonna get mad at some of the stuff I say. I don't get mad at some of the stuff he say. We do a lot of this stuff, and please, and Charles, thank you for tuning in, bro. Holler at me, man. We're gonna talk, all right? We and I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna go. What we do here, a lot of people take some of the stuff, some of the antics that we do, they take it so very seriously. Stop, y'all. Number one, we are here to do three things: entertain you, number one, inform you, and educate you. That's what we're here to do. We want to make it fun. So don't say because I'm saying something that I'm creating a conversation on. Don't say, well, yeah, Greg slapped women. You know, he said it on the show. No, I don't. Okay, I gave an example of something that happened. People stop doing that. I've had a lot of people come to me and say, well, I wouldn't talk to you because of this or because of that. Number one, I wouldn't talk to you either. But number two, what you see here is not indicative of who I am or who these people are. All right, we're individual, and we come from a place of love, y'all.
When we deliver it, we can't say how somebody go receive it.
Yeah, you know, I'm getting to a point where, you know what, you receive it, you receive it. You watch, you watch. I mean, I'm good.
But I tell you what you could do.
What can I do, Brother Banks?
Is you could pick up that magazine.
You better tell me.
Read those articles, and in your creative space, you could really have a conversation with yourself about what you read. Or
hey man, look,
have a conversation with your spouse.
I've been knowing this guy right here, Aaron Mickey Person, forever, man. Thank you for always tuning in and supporting, bro. He gives me news about people from the hometown, man, okay, about things that are happening in the hometown as well as all over the country, because he stays on point. Thank you, Mickey. We call him Mickey. His name is Aaron, but we call him Mickey, all right? Thank you, dude, for always having my back and supporting, all right? That's all we got for today, okay? We will be on tomorrow. And one thing that I shouldn't be doing, I think I say okay too much in my sentences. I'm cognizant of that, all right? We're gonna make sure I said all right too. All right, okay, they're same things, but when you never mind. Okay, it's Dope Living TV live. We'll see you guys tomorrow, all right? Peace.
All right.
Whether in the house or outside, you know that we gon' do it. Make a wrong decision, turn around and still get through it. When you say the name, you know it's us and what we doing. So turn it on and let the bass get moving. Yeah. Dope Living TV, Dope Living TV, Living TV, Dope Living TV. Yeah, we got it all. Come and see. Yeah.
I know I'm on the air, Steve. I don't care. Let them hear me.
Living TV. Oh, check us out.